Hello, chat. Welcome to another Dihan stream. My name is Dihan, and today we are going to be looking at some more thoughts. As we do every Monday. So, first one looks like a Bastion in a Master's lobby. Give this a look.
Ready for battle.
Locked and loaded. Who's ready to get this done? To find success, we must search in harmony. Breaking the barrier. Hello. Julian, I greet you. Greetings. Hello there. Goed. Hello. Hello. Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers
Hello there.
incoming.
I greet you.
Okay, so overall, looks like our purpose here, our entire team's playing a poke comp, so we are probably going to be poking with Bastion. The enemy team is running a poke comp as well. So poke comp v poke comp, most of the time that the team that ends up winning is going to be whichever team has better off angles against the enemy team. And that's going to determine like how you win. Now, right now, it looks like your team is all just attacking from one angle, so there's not really much off angles. If you're trying to get more diversity, you as Bastion could play a little bit over on here, or even behind the statue here. Or even have someone play over here to provide an off angle that would be a little bit different from the angle that we are at now. Yeah, your Sigma also played.
Over here.
So it looks like the tank dies and you guys just immediately give up and go back. I feel like there was probably some potential for you to either duel this Sojourn here and keep a foothold here, or do something to win or apply some sort of pressure on this off angle rather than give up cave to where now you have nothing but a choke to push through.
Defend the point.
Okay, so we just gave up first point without really doing much.
Barrier initialized. The barrier is weakened. Enemy.
Objective lost. Stop the pain.
Outnumbers us.
Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't choose to drop on the stairs there and instead you decided to stay up here, I think up here would be a little bit better of a pressure angle than you giving up all that thing to drop down here. So I think it was really just you didn't really hold any foothold on the fight. You could boop yourself with your grenade to get back to point quicker.
Double.
Let's move up.
Yeah.
This ends now.
Yeah, we just seem a little bit lost, chat. We're just like not choosing to fight any duels. We're not really taking off angles. I mean, even there, no front line is no high ground is taken. Like, we're just playing a very passive game with no aggression at all. Like, instead of spending all of our time doing this, you know, you probably could have at some point tried booping yourself up to high ground. I'm not sure how high Bastion can fly with his alt fire, but you also could have walked up here and been using your turret form up here. Which again gives you an off angle. Like, we're just very passively just playing kind of next to tank in all this.
I've got you in my sights.
This ends now.
For the Crusaders!
Okay.
It's Kiriko. Sojourner en route.
Okay.
Stop the payload from moving. Enemy down.
Like, even here is like no off angles are taken. You're all playing in the same spot. You could have gone over here and applied pressure over here and then eventually walked your way over here. But you're just kind of like not doing any of that. You're just kind of playing very just with the core. Like, even here, you're backing up and you're like running all the way back here. There is, and if you took an earlier thing angle over here, like, you would have at least over here to provide some sort of pressure, but we're just not providing any pressure. You are very much playing a very linear one-way game, which is only playing main. I've yet to see you stray from where the payload walks. Like, even here, this is a choke, right? So maybe instead of you playing in this little choke area that everyone's going to spam stuff, you move your way over here where there's less angles on you and you can apply pressure. And then if this is going well, you can move over here and pressure the back line. I'm seeing way too much, you're just playing with the mass crowd of people rather than, you know, cutting your own sight lines.
This ends now.
Bit of a roll now, isn't it? Somehow you guys end up capping this, though. That's crazy.
Is it fine to send my 4-minute game and my 18-minute one also? Could you point out better angles if there are any when you get to me?
Yeah, it sounds good, Blue. Even here, I feel like you're playing back. Like you're playing back when you could probably be playing around this car more. You also don't seem to be using natural cover at all. I have not seen you using any sort of natural cover in any of these deaths so far. Like, you're just ignoring it and I guess just relying on aim to get you here.
This ends now.
Yeah, standing in another choke. Taking a lot of spam. To me, it just looks like we're not even processing, like, smart plays or smart off angles. We are just kind of like, we're just playing with the masses and hoping that us standing with the core is going to generate value. Yeah, this is good. This is the first time I've seen an off angle from you. Okay. Probably too early of you to use your ult, though. No one was really pushed in or anything, so I probably would have waited a little bit on the ult. No guarded res. Here we just back out. Yeah, even here, like, this is an off angle that I didn't see you use very often either. Like, this whole attack, you're definitely playing a little bit better with using off angles. And I'd like to see a little bit more of those off angles on the defense. Because it looks to me like you just didn't do any of that on the defense.
Enemy spotted.
Like even here, let's go get aggressive. Take off angles. Here, Sigma got 2. We should be pushing up. Push up. Push up. Push up. All right, so we're gonna play here. Honestly, I don't know if I like this angle very much. I think it's good if you're trying to duel someone here or pressure down here for sure. But I do think over here is going to get you a lot more pressure as someone strong like a Bastion to really pin people down. Because if you go over to this angle, they can just stand here. And then if you come back here, that still is not seen. But at least up here, you have a little bit more of a presence on guarding this payload. Like even here, you can't really see the like the left side of the payload over here. You can only see the back end. So like it can be strong, but I think you had enough time that you should be able to go over to where your Sigma is. Because where you're at's not going to do much.
This ends now. It's go time.
Very nice, very nice.
Ready for battle.
If you're going to die, do it when I'm not looking.
Hello there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers defend objective
Okay, you probably don't have to take all these stairs though. You probably could have just used your mind to get up to where you were, where you're going. So a bit of a slow rotate. I mean, I just, yeah, go get the mega heal.
This ends
Like, look
now.
how aggressive this Sojourn is being with her off angles and the usage of them. And think about what you did on defense, where you just kind of stood next to your tank. Like, you basically went AFK on your entire defense, and I think that's why... that part of that is a big reason why you're struggling so much on attack. Because of how much angles this Sojourn has. And they were able to roll you so effectively on defense because you didn't take off angles. As aggressive as this Sojourn is. There's no way. This just looks like their team just doesn't ever move up.
I am ready to unleash my ultimate. Killing pylon out.
Okay, so soldier staggers. 5v4, we win those. 5v4 with you not having any ults, we win those. Or with them not having any ults.
Hey, it's Kiko. On my way.
This ends now.
Yeah, it just looks like they just don't group. Like, even this, they're engaging without their queen there.
The payload is approaching its destination. Triple score 6-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
This is a long-ass game. Yeah, and we're probably going to do the same thing. Like, we're not going to take any angles on defense, so we're going to struggle a little bit. Like, even so, we're playing a poke comp, yet you don't have anyone that's poking from this high ground over you. Everyone is attacking from the same angle, which means that Sigma is able to protect everyone and block everyone off with just this one shield. And if we're taking multiple angles, that won't happen. And you're playing a poke comp, so you need to take off angles. Look how strong that kinetic grasp is, because no one can do anything, because it's all in one spot. That's just ults. Genji Blade goes crazy.
We're going to be in trouble if that payload doesn't stop.
Come over here.
Arriva la punizione!
Yeah, like, because we don't have any strong off angles, I've just been seeing you shoot a Sigma shield most of the game. Because we're playing main most of the time. Even here, you come out of spawn, you go main. We're not thinking of any off angles, aggressive off angles we can take. We're just playing main, autopiloting. Yeah, I'd say the number one thing is like we're playing way too we're not playing aggressive enough. Like we're literally just playing on main. We need to have aggressive off angles, especially if you're playing a comp that is a poke comp. Is the number one thing that I would say you should probably work on. New Queen Street Tracer. Let's see it. Smoke weed. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're gonna look at Corn. Corn's learning Tracer, so let's see what Corn can work on. 6-7.
2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
3 times the charm.
Hustle up.
How about a second chance?
Okay, so this looks good right now.
They're pushing ahead. Take them out.
Only thing I wish is that in these duels that we were having, we should try collecting more health packs so that we are full health, you know, when we are going back into fight. Remember, Tracer doesn't really do prolonged fights. She kind of zips in, does a little bit of damage, and then zips out to go get herself some health, and then she'll come back. And stealing the health packs and things are going to make the enemy weaker. So when the duels, you will have the benefit because you have more health, more quote-unquote sustain.
Receive my aid.
Nice. Nice. Wanna no fade? You can probably chase her. You don't have enough blinks. Yeah, good call. Yep. Probably didn't need a recall there. I do think that was a little bit of a waste. Very cool that Sombra gave us that. Again, like, if I were you, instead of going up to here, I would have tried going down and getting ourselves a health pack before trying to root ourselves somewhere else. At least we're full health when we do that. Maybe then we can duel this Mizuki. But I think we need to just be more conscious of where these health packs are.
Let's try that one more time.
I think you were using recall way too early in a lot of fights. I think you can hold on to it a little bit longer. Like half a second longer or so. Maybe even one whole second longer.
Area denial. Enemy down.
Nano boost is charging.
Change your plan.
Even there, I don't know what the purpose of that recall was. If anything, it just makes it so you can't be aggressive for another 5 seconds.
The barricade is moving along.
No one likes
Nice.
Your team has taken the lead.
We're not done yet. Keep pushing. Keep fortified. Thank you.
They took the
Yeah, I
robot
think you
from
just
us.
got a little bit too aggressive there. Honestly, just poking the Ana and keeping her distracted to make it so that she's not focused on the rest of the team fight. Your team should win because you have 2 supports in that fight. Here we look a little bit lost. Nice.
Forward spawn loss.
Look at me go! Time to rock the boat.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, you get way too close to the enemy here. Right here. You do not need to be so close to the enemy. You probably could have done the same pressure if you were standing back here. You just got way too close to the point where Hog and Ana basically shot you at the same time. Also, again, if you had your distance as soon as you got shot, you could have blinked over to the Mega.
They're gaining on us.
Not in my
I
vocabulary.
am unready.
Enemies pushing their barricade. Stop them.
Here we're changing a crosshair.
Let's try something else. The enemy's pushing forward.
Come to my position.
Did we recall at full health again?
The enemy's pushing forward.
Okay, it looks like you got shot one time and said time for me to
Come to my
reload.
position.
You should probably do your best to save the recall.
It's Kiko.
I think only an Ana was looking at you too, so you knew that she wasn't gonna burst you down, like one shot you. Nice. Okay, that just someone had to touch. Okay, looks like the rest of your team's just trying to touch. Stall point, but they cap.
Their barricade is pushing up. Get in their way.
Yeah, I think you can hold on to recall a little bit more. Which will keep you in duels a little bit more. I think you need to be a little bit more aware of health packs. You definitely could have grabbed some health packs in some of these duels, and you just didn't because maybe you didn't know where they were. And I think in a couple fights you got a little bit too close to combat. Especially with like the tank being right next to the enemy too. Like, you just give it some space. It's okay to poke them down from afar. If they're distracted on you, then you're doing your job as Tracer. Diamond 5, Lucio, Circuit Royale. I was told on another VOD review, I'd assume it's me, that I played too aggressive and doing too much, quote unquote. So this is me sticking with the team a bit more, etc. However, it still felt really helpless against what was going on. It would be appreciated. That's it.
Ready for battle.
But it doesn't look like I've
Just one more
reviewed
mission.
this Lucio before. Because this is not a skin that, the Hello Kitty skin, but it's not a skin that I have reviewed for sure. So maybe it was like a while ago or
Hardly noticed.
something.
Ready. One. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Now that's out there.
Okay, so like you decided to just use amp. I'm not sure why exactly we use amp here, but we just do. And so now we don't have amp for maybe it right here. Okay, nice. This is good. I like that we are just on healing since there's not much else going around. It doesn't feel like you're helpless. You're actually doing very well right now. Oh, let's break it down. Oh, let's break it down. Oh my god, she's actually alive. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, here's another. I'm going to just amp just cuz. Like, your team is full health. Everyone is full health and you decide to use amp. So now you don't have it here when your Sojourn needs it.
You're trying to make me sweat, aren't you?
I'll turn it up.
Keep that up and you'll merit reward.
Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Big speed boost to get him out. Big ult.
Good to see you.
You can't message on Twitch. Interesting.
Switching track. Switching track.
Honestly, if you have one person that's crit like that, you probably should not amp. Amp is good for like 2 people that are crit that you see. But you only had just the Hanzo that was crit, and honestly, he's in a pretty safe position. So you probably don't need to crit that. You can let your Ana heal him up. And then you can use your speed boost potentially to get your team out and push into these people. Or use amp heals for once you guys actually full team take a fight. And then honestly, that was just, you're playing, you know, where you are right here, rather than hugging this corner a little bit more, which would have broken the line of sight on the Orisa, so you wouldn't have gotten hit by the ult. I think you also could have potentially gotten to this other side over here to be just a little bit more aggressive on an off angle, diverge some of the fire from where it was going on this choke, and now they're trying to shoot you over here, so there's less pressure. Tracer always took fair duels and was wasting his recall because of it. Could blink or wait, but he shouldn't have needed to use it so soon. Yeah, exactly. Tracer was definitely not using his recall optimally.
Break up the game.
The checkpoint.
Honestly, I don't think there's any harm in you as Lucio touching this cart here. Even if it's to waste a couple seconds here, remember, the grand objective when you're on defense is to stall the payload down. And if you died here, chances are your team wasn't going to full hold this choke anyways. So I probably would have tried wasting some time stalling this out as best you could, just to drain the clock down a little bit. Sometimes it is just about running the clock. Because even so, like, even though you guys are getting picks and whatnot, this payload's still going to be pushing forward. Like, it's not going to matter. You might as well have stalled it out a little bit so that you, like, even if you're dead, your team would probably still get those picks, and then you'd be back pretty quick anyways because you're Lucio.
It's go time.
Here's another amp, full health team. I do like that we swapped immediately to speed after we got 2 picks. Very good. But you didn't have amp speed, and that's because you wasted an amp heal. So you could just have used amp speed to then run down these guys, get stagger kills, get ult charge for your team. Yada, yada, yada. Even here, right? Your team's full health. I probably would have them on speed just so that they can, if they want to, push places. And then, yeah, you overstayed your welcome. Probably because you weren't on speed here, so you couldn't have sped yourself backwards a little bit. Went to go test this out. Ended up not going well for you, so you get caught out. Unlucky. I do think this is a lot better of a team player.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Flawlessly executed. Solid work. Good to see you.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of these fights you're taking a lot of you're like almost exposing yourself. Remember, you're not the one to make the huge plays. Like booping her off of high ground was good and smart, but you didn't have to jump in on the on run early like that either, because that exposed you to get kind of blown up by everyone because of how weak you were before that happened.
Ready for battle.
Hey there.
2, 1.
Barrier manifested.
You want to hear this? Out there. Let's get loud.
Yeah, I mean, even here's like a bad I'm going to push in, right? Because, like, you know your team wants to push in, but no one's going to want to push into a Bastion and turret form. So you honestly, instead of putting a speed boost here, you should wait until that turret form ends and then call out 3, 2, 1 speed boosting, and your team can run forward into them because they don't have Bastion turret form. The fact that you decided to speed boost your Reinhardt into a Bastion turret is kind of crazy, because Bastion's going to melt your Reinhardt regardless of if he has speed boost or not. So really think about what you are speed boosting your team into when you choose to use amp speed boost. It should only be on windows where the enemy team does not have super aggressive abilities, such as a Bastion turret. Because your amp beat essentially did nothing because your Reinhardt was too weak or scared to push into the Bastion. So now he's just wasting his shield because of this. You choose to heal. Healing's not going to outdo the Bastion damage. That is unlucky.
Look at us go.
I think a lot of this is timing, though. It's just looking like you're not using your amp it up at the correct times that a fight should be initiated. Like, you probably didn't need to use amp heals there. Like, nothing's really happening. Your team's around the corner. Like, you can probably just sit on just your normal heals and just let your Ana build nano for another fight to go in. I mean, she just used nano and she already has it again because of just how much healing she is able to pump out on this Reinhardt, soaking it all up. And then again, like, if we had amp, our Cassie just used his ultimate so we could amp the high noon so he's able to sprint around using high noon, which is very strong. Not to mention, it would still be going, so the Reinhardt would be able to easily catch up on this Shatter. Looks like he doesn't need help anyways. But I think a lot of this, like I said, is the timing. You're just not... You're now being a team player, but you're not timing your abilities well to synchronize with your team. And because of that, some of these speed boosts just don't end up working out. Some of these amp heals do end up successfully healing, but what is this? Why did we just amp heal there, you know? Okay, that was good. You as Lucio should not be on cart. You should be speeding your Reinhardt to the next choke where he needs to go. Ana can sit on cart, she's fine. But you should be chasing with your Reinhardt to go get these stagger kills if possible. Not sitting on cart. Also, if you do sit on cart, they don't have a support up there helping them. So look, your Ana's like, I'm gonna go help because my Lucio just left them in the dirt. Why? No idea. Okay, looks like we're taxiing. That was 2 ultimates. So, nothing you can really do there. And we swapped to Kiri.
Under my protection.
Okay, wasted Suzu. Yeah, I mean, again, it just looks like a lot of these abilities are just going to waste. Like, we're just kind of throwing them out there and hoping it works. Not really thinking about, like, why we're doing what we're doing, when we're doing it. Like, what is that Suzu? What is that Suzu? What did that Suzu cleanse? Tell me. I would love to know what that Suzu was for. Because your Cassie could have used the Suzu there. And then there, remember that a Mizuki ult is just a cage fight with consent. So when this is up, come on, show it. When this is up, if you stand in here, you can attack them out there. So I don't know why you didn't just take 3 steps to the left and start attacking in there. Instead, you walked out of it, so now she's unable to be hit. And your kunai mean nothing, but if you stood in it the whole time, doesn't matter if she was on the inside or the outside, she'd get hit by this. So, a little bit of a pathing error by you. Let the kitsune guide you. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, that was just a mechanical issue. Could have pathed inside the shrine so that you could kill the Moira. Instead, you didn't, so she lived, so she got Ko, so she killed you.
10 seconds remaining.
Don't have much time.
Here you probably could have popped the ult on point so you guys touch. But you decided not to climb. I don't know what this pathing is. Let Reinhardt do whatever he's doing. You could have climbed up here, dropped your ultimate, so at least someone with a speed boost could have gotten here. But you chose not to, so you kind of threw there.
10 seconds.
But yeah. From my point of view, it looks like you're just struggling with timing of abilities is probably the most important thing. Because you're using these abilities, some are decent, but a lot of the time it's just not in sync with your team. I'm still learning how to play Overwatch. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got another thing. Got a lot more people, chat. Let's see. Yeah, leave game. Alright, so this person's learning to play Overwatch, obviously. If you're learning to play Overwatch, I'd suggest trying to watch some videos. Some YouTube videos and such. We have a name. Yeah, King. King 27's not a thing.
Five, 4, 3.
Yeah, it is.
2, 1.
So obviously, if we're trying to learn Overwatch, chat, I would say suggest at first. Okay. So you can see that there's an icon telling you that the point's over here. We're gonna be a little lost getting to there, because we probably don't know the map, which is a-okay. But yeah, the big thing that I'm going to say is if we don't know how to play Overwatch, you probably should either watch streamers play Overwatch, or watch some YouTube videos to give you some friendly map guides, hero guides, or other things so that we aren't going into the game just aimlessly not knowing how to play. Because it is very tough to do a VOD review when we don't know how to get to point.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Also, don't look at the floor. You see how you're looking at the floor here? You should be looking, yeah, a little bit more like head height when you approach things. Looking at the floor is just bad mechanics. And then there we had two abilities that we could have used, Fortify, Spear Spin. So either one of those abilities would have helped us stay alive against the Hog.
Outnumbered. Careful.
You can Spear Spin out of spawn to make you go faster. Okay, so... yeah, it looks like we're getting scared again and we're looking at the ground.
My task is not yet finished.
But yeah, a lot of this is just going to come down to mechanics, where you just need to focus on your mechanics. Because like I said, I mean, you're playing Orisa, but we are not aiming very well. Like, we're just shooting walls and floors. I think you're also tapping. You're tapping your shoot button. You can just hold that down. If you hold that down, it'd be much more efficient than tapping it. You're going to be like pew 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 pew. Rather than holding it down like a fully automatic gun, which is what it is. Or lost, don't know how to get the point.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
We're fighting demons by shooting at walls. Still shooting at walls. You also have to remember that you're a tank, so I want to see when you use these abilities that you get a lot more aggressive and like run at the enemy and actually are shooting them. It looks like you're a little bit afraid to play tank, which again we like just shouldn't be.
Re-evaluating, re-engaging.
It almost looks like you see enemies on your screen and you like are just assuming that it will auto aim your abilities for you at the enemy. It won't. You need to use that circle or reticle in the middle of your screen to aim at the enemy. So looking at the floor is not going to help. Looking at walls isn't going to help. You need to be aiming head height when you round corners. Yeah, that's the floor. You're aiming at the floor. That's no one's there. No one's there.
You cannot escape me.
I really don't like that we're tapping our gun. It's almost like you've made it so your gun is like weaker just because you tap it so much. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just going to be play this game more. Because you can just tell that our mechanics, in general, are just not there. I think you're playing too early to really get much coaching, and I think we just need to play the game more to establish habits, maps, heroes we like, heroes we don't like, hero interactions, and from there we can start to coach a little bit. But I think we are way too new to the game, and maybe even hero shooters in general, for us to just start looking for coaching. Like I said, the thing that's probably going to help you the most is going to look up hero guides or quick tips or even map guides to help. But I think that's probably what we really need to focus on. Honestly, if you're new to the game, just play the game, have fun. Play the game, have fun. You're gonna have a great time, and you'll be good to go. All right, Chatterbox, 4-minute game and an 18-minute game. Looking for 3 things to improve on. Be very specific. Timing, what specifically? Knowing when enemy attention won't ob me. My connection's really bad. I can't message anymore in Twitch chat very well.
Ready for battle.
He ended up getting the adventurer skin, Chad, even though he said it was ass.
Let's win this thing.
Nice. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Both supports are dead, so we can be aggressive. We can be as aggressive as we want. We use recall, so we should be a little bit more safe and play safer because of it.
We managed to pull ahead.
Instead of you going out this way, I would have gone under the bridge just so I would still be on a flank, right? Because if we go back here, we're giving up space. And so now the enemy can go all the way up and around here without having to worry too much about the tracer. If we went under, the team that is here is going to be constantly worrying about someone that's going to be behind them, someone that's going to be able to flank from behind here, someone that might be able to pressure out the Ashe and the Ana, both really great peoples for Tracer to attack. But if you go this way, you're giving all that up. So I would have, after recalling, tried to go this way just to be more harassing on their back line. Because there's not much you can do attacking from the front line here. Nice.
Pushing ahead now.
In tip-top shape.
Even this is like frontline pressure. I would eventually hope that we find some way of either going through here and being on this side, or blinking and getting ourselves over on this side to harass even more. And there are stairs over here, so you could always choose to go a safer route this way. Could go here and triple blink over. I don't recommend blinking through here, but again, that's an option too. Right now, it just looks like you're front lining. That also breaks my circle rule. You will see, chat, often that if you do a play like this, if you draw a circle around the enemy team, chat, that would be where you as Tracer should not cross. So if we're drawing a circle around the enemy team, we know where Tracer shouldn't be. You have blinked inside that circle that we drew, and this is why you are forced to recall immediately. If you play outside the circle of where this team is at all times, you will not have to use your recall very often. Finish it by herself, very nice. Cool. Alright, we got a team kill. We should be thinking about a couple things when we get a team kill. Ultimates. What ultimates do they have? What ultimates does our team have? Positioning. Where can I be to help out for this fight? Those are like the two big things to work on, I guess. Yeah, I'd say those are the two big things. Of course, identifying ultimates that the enemy team has and your enemy team has can also be ideas for what you can do to potentially win this next fight. So you can either choose to pressure Diana really hard so that she is either forced to nano early or she dies with it. And same thing for the Ashe. Could get better with those pulse bomb mechanics. I'm sure there is a custom game mode for those that you can probably just work really hard on. Do not fight a Bob. Bob auto aims. You do not need to fight a Bob. Even in this last fight here, instead of you playing again, which is like front line with your whole team, I would rather you play on this side or this side so you're able to pressure, force enemies to look over at you, and then if they get low, you're able to, you know, jump in and confirm the kills. That also was an unnecessary recall. Nice. Yeah, easy roll. Let's see the harder one. Wu Yang has ascended, chat. Oh yeah. All right, that's it for me. Just got the notification that we're being ascended, so you know.
Ready for battle.
All right, Junkertown. This is pretty good. Pretty good tracer flank angles. Should be pretty good here. Yeah, there's no way that that usually ends up working out. It's actually crazy that that did work out. But you know, we're just gonna let it go. Yeah, she gets rezzed. Do you want to flip her again? Yeah, health pack is over here. So after you do that, just boop, boop, boop. Go over and get your health pack. Health pack in the shack.
As they say, try again. Did you call for a hero?
That's a tank. Yeah, that's a tank. I don't usually recommend shooting a tank.
It's called personal space.
Zip, zap, zap. Sie werden dich nicht kriegen.
Nice. Could have probably grabbed a health pack and shack, but looks like we're doing fine. Yeah, this is so melee should only be used if you're trying to finish a kill off, or if you have the melee perk gets you 20 ammo, because this is a little bit embarrassing.
I'm watching this.
You run out of ammo, so you decide to go for a melee, but that causes you to have to do your whole reload animation. And so she actually ends up flying away for like 2 additional clips that you probably didn't need to do if you just let the reload go through.
Was your night on holiday?
Double.
Payload's on the move! You're a real lifesaver.
Wasted recall.
Job on, mate!
I'm not sure what exactly that whole method is. Are you scared of this Widow? Because there is a flank route where you literally just go all the way through these bunker areas, and you can either pop up here. Same deal, you can do the same from down here, so now you're pressuring from behind. Tracer moving over to this area is not really going to do much, because eventually you're still going to have to go down under here and go back up here. So I don't know why we're on this left side primarily. Only other place I would go or consider going is up these stairs, and then you can blink through this area to end up on the high ground equal with them.
Pain is inevitable.
Yeah, because we are just in a position that we can't really do a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, we could have used the pulse bomb, I don't know, like 20 seconds ago when everyone was in a cage fight. That probably would have gone pretty well. But it looks like you just kind of like didn't know what to do other than chase a mercy.
Surrender to my will.
Into the
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be wanting to fight an on-run as Tracer. On-run has a lot of high burst damage, and you are a very low health target. So I don't know if I would be necessarily looking to duel the on-run. Instead, I'd be trying to dive this Widow and potentially Mercy. Yeah, like I said, on-run just has a lot of survivability. So chances of Tracer killing on-run are pretty slim, I would say. I think your targets, in terms of killable targets on this team, are going to be either the Ashe or the Mercy. So we should be trying to look for those two rather than the on-run.
And you are looking as lovely as ever.
Big 25. We should play Age of Wonder again sometime. I like beer.
Yeah, sounds good, Bob. We can definitely end up playing Age of Wonder sometime.
Sometimes I have too many beers, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace. Automatic. Still is. I liked beer. I still like beer. Automatic. Still is. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out. When I was in town, I spent much of my time working out, lifting weights, or hanging out and having some beers with friends. Animal House, Caddyshack, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Working out, lifting weights, too many beers. Automatic. Still is. Many nights I worked out with other guys. Maybe it was because I'm an only child and had no sisters. Many of us became friends with students at local Catholic all-girls schools. Amy, or Maura, or Megan, or Nikki. Sometimes I had too many beers, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace. Working out, automatic. Blacking out, automatic. Catholic all-girls schools, automatic. Still is.
Come on!
Thanks for the automatic song, Bob. Appreciate it. This looks like a little bit of issues with having to navigate to high ground. It looks like you're confused on how to get to high ground. So yes, these are the stairs to get to high ground. These are the stairs to get to high ground. There is also an option, which Tracer probably doesn't do. But if you jump on this tire, and then you jump and slide onto the front of this hood, you can actually end up getting to the high ground there. It's a little bit of a parkour trick, but it is doable. I think you can do the same on this one. Personally, I do not know how, because it always seems to struggle with it. But yeah, I would, as Tracer, just take the stairs. It's easier. You took the long way, but...
60 seconds remaining.
We got where we want him.
When there is a whole ass cage fight happening, you should probably, because everyone's going to be focused on the cage fight happening, you should probably start making some noise elsewhere by approaching and doing some damage, rather than what I just saw, which was a 5-minute non-engage starter. Also, we got Pulse Bomb. Could have chucked a Pulse Bomb in the cage fight. Can't run anywhere. But this whole fight, because we were late, because we basically didn't do anything while cage fight was happening, is why we lost.
We're running out of time. Keep attacking.
If you constantly are shooting your guns, you're gonna let people know that you are up there, which is not necessarily the best, because you are trying to right now not die so that you have an actual team here. So if you're constantly firing your gun, people are gonna look for you, and you might actually get picked off. So if I were you, unless you're actually gonna get a pick there, I probably would have just stayed put, not done anything, waited until my team was actually close, so that we could do something.
Initiating match. Ready. Ready for battle. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Personally, I like playing down here more than up here. Only because if you play up here, you're going to be more exposed when you peek out, versus down here where you're going to be less exposed peeking out. Also, and this is another point, but here doesn't really have as much of a flank as here does. If you're peeking out here, you don't necessarily know if anyone's going to be attacking you from behind here. Something to consider. Also, if you play down here, you can literally just wait to see. Also, the high ground people can't see you, but you can literally just wait to see if people push out, and then if like the last person's a Zen or something, then you can choose to fight them. You're getting marked by the on-run. You recall. Still choose to fight even though you recalled, so now we're low.
And you are looking as lovely as ever.
God Emperor Down is my goat.
Thank you, Meaty. Appreciate it. Big 12 months. Big 19 months in total. Same with you, Bob. Big 25 months. 2 whole years of knowing Bobby. Or Bobbert. Or Uncle Mommy. Honestly, though, if they go these players like Brig and Zarya and Onron, it's gonna be really tough for you to make any sort of pressure as Tracer, so you might just want to end up swapping off Tracer.
Just needed a rest.
Unless you're gonna consistently kill the Mercy in every fight, because that's gonna be basically what your job is in this game. So if you fail to do that, then you should not be playing Tracer. Because Brig, fun fact chat, Brig was actually introduced into the game to counter Tracer because she was so oppressive as a player in general. So they actually made Brig, who was a tank support hybrid, because they got tired of getting dove. And so they made Brig, who had a one-shot combo on Tracer with a shield bash, swing, whiplash. And if you hit that combo anytime on a Tracer, she would die instantaneously. Not to mention, if Brig hits anybody, she heals her team, which is going to get rid of any of that pesky Tracer healing that you typically see when people are getting harassed by Tracer. Honestly, even if you're drawing the Onron's attention like this, it is a win. And you should probably actually stay more back here just to keep the Onron pointed at you. Because if Onron's focused on you, and so is Brig, and so is Mercy, you have 3 people chasing you, which means your team is winning somewhere else, which is probably on the payload. So instead of constantly trying to go back to your team like this, try to stay as behind the enemy team as you possibly can, so that they are focusing on you and trying to chase you down, so that they are distracted and you're wasting their time and making your team win elsewhere. Anytime you go back to your team like this, you have to remember that the enemy team is going to be better at winning on the front line because they have these other heroes and you're playing a Tracer. Oh my god. Uh-oh. 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 I think we gotta make my chat box a little bigger, chat. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe that's too big. How would I have to implement what? Implement distracting the enemy team?
And she's back in the game.
Literally just stop going back to your team. Stay on a flank. Stay on an off angle. Stay doing your own NPC side quest. Even this, right? Why are we pressuring from the front lines over here? You have an Ashe isolated on this high ground. You should identify that Ashe is isolated. Go over here to duel the Ashe. You know? instead of playing on this front line. Oh no! We're playing a frontline tracer, and so we got destroyed by the frontline DPS. You need to draw attention away from the front lines. Your entire job as tracers to draw attention away from the front lines.
Perhaps we should stop it.
The payload has reached the
My ultimate is ready.
Tactical visor activated.
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
Surrender to my will.
Yeah, like, this is good. You're behind the team. Now Onron's isolated. Maybe we can do something to her. No, we couldn't. Because it's Onron. That also would have been a good time for a melee. See how low she is? That would have been a good time for a blink melee. Rather than this.
That we should fail stopping the payload has no reasonable explanation.
Heroes don't give up.
Well, like I said, honestly, with what the enemy team's running, I don't think Tracer is the pick. Okay. And so now you're playing on cart, but you shouldn't. You should try and go on a flank angle. Again, maybe you can get a spawn kill on someone, potentially the Mercy. We can be harassing the enemy from behind. We can look at some sort of thing that we can be strong on a flank with.
You cannot escape me.
Go front lining. Yep. Good stick. Yep, focus the Mercy. Focus the Mercy. You had to do two things. You had to either, one, kill the Mercy while she was here, which we didn't. And then the other thing we needed to identify, and there is a mini right over here that you could have grabbed, is that Mercy's going to fly over here and res the brig. So you had to guard the brig. So that Mercy didn't get the res off. But you seem to have failed both of those. She gets this res off. Brig's back. With Brig back, it's going to be very tough for you to, again, do anything because that is your counter. And we die to a turret. Yeah, with them running a sim as well, I don't think Tracer's the play. They now have, like, no one diveable other than the Mercy.
We must limit them to our benefit.
60 seconds remaining.
Tactical visor activated.
Yeah. Sometimes you cannot just play one person to get through through a game. You need to have 2 or 3 heroes in your back pocket. So we have Composure. Hey, thanks for doing free VODs. If you have time, I'm a Plat 1 Juno main who has touched Diamond but wants to stay there. Oh, I see. Wants to stay in Diamond. I get pretty aggressive sometimes, but I don't know. I don't want to heal bot. I need to figure out how to balance that. Decently long game at 22 minutes. Headphones died on second point temporarily, so that's why I didn't know there was a Reaper. LOL. Oh no. Not the poor Reaper. I think this is the last bot as well. Would I say you ever from last week? You got better from last week? I would probably say so. But yeah, I'd probably say you did better from last week. I mean, it's gonna take some time, you know? You need the map knowledge. You're gonna have to play the game in order to get all the map knowledge, or you're gonna have to watch some YouTube videos. And other things like that.
We'll give it all we've
Who am
got.
I looking at? Juno, right? Composure? Yeah, it's Juno. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, Juno, let's see it.
Escort the payload.
Okay, so I see what you mean by heal botting. Because already the positions that we're taking is already screaming, hey, I don't want to shoot people. Now, you probably don't know what the enemy team has, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, because we don't know necessarily what the team we're going up against is. But if you know that they do not have a sniper, which they don't, then you are able to actually be a little bit more aggressive on this end to be able to pressure from this side. So you can, it's just a simple change up, but this and this angle only allows you to see your team. This angle allows you to see your team, but also be a little bit more aggressive if they are all full health. And guess what? Your whole team is full health, so you know you can definitely do that. I think, again, also, you're playing on this side. Over here is going to give you a little bit more overview of the entire situation. Probably would be able to see if anyone's coming from this doorway, whereas over here, it's kind of exposed to you. So I think part of that is, a reason. I do like the damage we are applying on the Doomfist. Nice. Nice. Yeah, overall looks pretty good. Yeah, no, the mythic skin ain't bad. I think it is okay for you to be... Well, yeah, it's okay for you to be heal botting a little bit too, because you have an Alari. Alari's not really going to take the brunt of the healing here. So you, as Juno, are going to have to do it. So I think it is okay that you are mainly focused on heals, because your Alari is expected to do more damage probably than you. Some of your angles, I think, could be better too, though. I think positioning-wise, you're constantly, like, to me, they always look awkward because you're not looking at the full picture. And we have to remember that with Juno, yes, her portal does give people a speed boost, but her portal, if she's behind a group of people and she shoots it, and it passes, the projectile passes through those people will get speed boost. So isn't necessarily required that you throw the portal kind of where you're throwing it. Sometimes it's better that Juno stays behind everyone so she can shoot her portal, it hit everyone, and then it opens up again so they can get a speed boost while it's active, and then another speed boost as they go through the portal. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Yeah, like even here, right? I mean, I think I would prefer if you were just chilling back here and just shooting people occasionally as things went down. Maybe use our ultimate or torpedoes to hit everyone. But chilling back here is good. And then as soon as we want to press the offense, we go behind our team. We shoot the portal, give them a speed boost. Portal opens up, speed boost them again. Don't forget, we also have abilities to double jump, so could get over here by this tree, could get on the pink fence. We should also be looking on where to pop our ult. I'm assuming you're just going to pop it once you hit these white lines. Welcome to orbit. Oh, okay, maybe not. Yeah, there it is. Unlucky. Again, this is a little bit heal body because you are just chilling up here. I think, honestly, you'd even have more impact if you were playing here. Potentially beating this on run and then moving to the right to have more of a view on the back line with your torpedoes. Because, yeah, I think where you're at, you're not really able to make a huge impact. And then even so, like, if you were here, we can throw our speed boost and speed boost people. What would be a good pick to have whenever Tracer's really bad to run? That is for you to decide. I would probably recommend not playing a dive hero since Tracer is a dive target. I would recommend that you play someone that is not dive, because chances are if you have people that counter a dive hero, they're probably going to counter other dive heroes. So you probably play someone that's not dive, but I'm not going to tell you which hero to play because everyone has different heroes that they are good at. And so sometimes you just have to play another hero that matches that play style. You know, it's always good to have only like a couple heroes that you know, because you can be a master of a few, then a jack of all trades, which knows how to play every hero, but is like decent at all heroes, you know, not like insane at all heroes. So try to figure out a couple heroes that you can play. And then the big thing that high level players do is they match their, they basically just play the hero just at a different play style based on what their team comp is. Yeah, and here's a so that portal example again. This is just going to show you that portal is going to speed people up without them even stepping through the portal.
Reloading. Light speed.
You see how Emre has green boots here? That shows that even though, and maybe that is. Sorry, chat. Trying to figure out a good chat window. Anyways, yeah, you can see that he has green feet, even though your portal hasn't even opened up yet. So sometimes standing behind your team and being able to shoot that portal through is going to help a lot because it's going to give them all speed boost. And then this opens up, and then like now your Laurie has a speed boost. And your Emre, if he chooses to walk through that portal, would reset his speed boost. Yeah, here your whole team's full. Like, you should be... I know you were shooting the bubble a little bit, but she doesn't need help. So you should be trying to provide more pressure onto the bubble and then potentially be shooting at these other people. And just full-on healing the team. Cool. Good speed boost. I like the aggression. It is unfortunate that he popped trans Ascendants. If he didn't pop that, you know, it would have been goated. I don't know. I don't approve of speed boosting your Emre there, but okay. I don't think he was in any sort of danger, so I think it would have been better on you guys on the back line, because now you have nothing to get away from this Winston. But yeah, it looks like we're just constantly bouncy and like almost playing awkward. I think we need to almost think about like safe positions that we can just like play and almost be calm while we play in them. It is not healthy for a support player to constantly be in an awkward situation where they just like don't know where to stand. Big deals. I mean, even here, you're playing way too close to the on-run. Why are you not just playing back here and healing from back here? You know, there's, like, no reason why you shouldn't... Like, you don't need to be this close. Because you being constantly in the heat of the fight like this is constantly putting your head on a swivel where you can't see the rest of your team and what else is happening. Again, if you were behind your team and you popped that portal, they would have all gotten the speed boost rather than having to run to the portal. I like the ult. Yeah, I don't know if I would go up and pressure a Lightweaver who has a lot harder of a time attacking from far away than you do, since your bullets are practically hit scan. I don't think they are hit scan, but I think they're practically hit scan. I mean, even here, you don't necessarily need to go to point, especially if you know that Onron's coming to point with her ult. Or I guess that, no, sorry, that's your Alari. But you can play back here and help your team and pressure the enemy. You don't always need to be in the midst of the fight. I mean, we'll check some stats on Juno after this, chat. But I'm pretty sure she has good range, or at least okay range with her guns.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Like, I'm assuming you're gonna just run straight up there and try to help. But the back here is definitely where you should be. Yeah, we just got way too happy with using our boost and then our torpedoes. Now we're in a little bit of an awkward position. Navigate our way back to it. Well done. I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of this is because you are healing your team when they are not needing help. Instead of shooting your teammates here, which are both full health, we should be trying, at the very least, to pressure this Mercy, right? I mean, even here, you tried it a little bit and you just ended up in an awkward position. But now that we're down here, instead of healing your teammates like this, we should be pressuring the Echo. We should be pressuring these other people. You probably have enough time to walk up here rather than back up here. You probably can walk forward, pressure this stuff, get back up to this place. But this is like a moment where your whole team's full health and we just are choosing to heal instead of damage. And then you choose to shoot the tank. Shooting the tank's not going to do anything. Shooting the Echo is going to do something. So try to focus, even though it's harder to hit the squishies. Try to shoot the squishies more than shooting the tank. Really, the only tank you should probably be shooting is your tank for heals. And then yeah, just awkward pathing, unable to ever see your team from the awkward pathing. Big speed boost. Cool. Also, Juno can headshot now, chat, so we should be a little bit more aggressive with Juno because she does have the ability to headshot. At least I think she can. Unless they took that away. I don't think they did, though. Chat, did they take away Juno's ability to headshot? Yeah, probably instead of giving the speed boost, I understand why we did it. I think torpedoes would have been better because you would have helped your team and challenged these two with torpedoes.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Ash. Do something. I will fix that. We must stop the payload. Come on, everyone.
Yeah, I do think in general, though, you are healing way too much. Even this, right? Emre's full health. Stop trying to heal your teammates that are full health and start shooting the enemy.
Orbital ray is nearly ready.
Like, stop looking at your teammates that are full health and start looking for an enemy. They're all full health. Their health bars have not changed. Shoot the Mercy. Shoot the Echo. Nice. Good. Yeah, she can headshot, chat. I knew it. She can headshot. that's kind of awkward. Nice.
Shifting our defense. What's that? We must stop the payload.
That might be the Reaper that she didn't notice. No, it wasn't a Reaper though, it was a bat.
A hero heart would not run away, even if she wants to.
I'm keeping you alive.
Even here, right? Your tank does not need this sort of healing. If I come out here and I pressure these guys and say the BAP is really low at this point, instead of you trying to heal your tank, which is like barely even injured, I would be trying to shoot these guys, try to get some of these picks, because in the grand scheme of things, chat, if you're a support player and you end up getting like a pick or two, that's 1 or 2 less people that are shooting at your team, which means in general, your team does not need as much healing. So it would be better for you to do damage to the enemy to eliminate them so that your team's taking less pressure in general than it would be for you to constantly be healing your team. And even though you and your support are just 2 people, there's 3 people shooting at the enemy. So you need to eliminate those, the rest of the pressure so you aren't taking so much damage. Rough. The whole team's full health. Let's shoot some baddies. Let's shoot the baddies, chat. Chat, sometimes you gotta be looking for the baddies, and I'm talking about the bad guys. I'm not talking about anything else. The fact that we're not shooting any baddies out here is why we are constantly losing these team fights. And you have an on your team now, so honestly, you should probably be doing more of the damage because your Ana's probably going to be doing more of the healing.
We must stop them.
Shoot the Echo. Shoot the Echo. You should not let an Echo just constantly have free reign over the entire game like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now if she's not looking at you, you don't have to be strafing so hard. That's just going to mess your own aim up. So strafe less if you're not being looked at and just focus on aiming. It will help you a ton. Shoot the Echo. There we go. Alright, yeah, Freya does that. Oh, is it? The Mercy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We start killing stuff, we start winning, chat. It's that simple. Oh, we got the little mini Uzi, too? We should totally, with the mini Uzi, be absolutely shredding people. Full automatic Juno is no joke. Oh, big parkour.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Tracer. Time's up.
The same deal. You're just kind of healing your team. It's just going to be a war of attrition, even if you, especially if you're down a person. You need to be pressuring the enemy constantly, especially if your team's at full health. You're just not doing it enough.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
They're moving the payload. Shut it down.
Same deal. They're all full health because they're using a shield. Use that time to pressure the Echo and anyone else that may be flying around. You should not be having to heal these people. There's a pylon here that's going to heal them if they take any shred of damage. So recognize that you have a pylon, and pressure the enemy a little bit more. You do not need to be healing constant people. This is why you're in plat. This small amount of I'm healing in my full health team. If you do this less in general, and you just get the confidence, I don't even care if you play quick play a bunch, but get the confidence that if your team's full health, that we start shooting the enemy. And you will surely win more games. You will surely climb. So there's the pylon healing them for you. Pylon's already got it. Pylon's got it. Like, now the pylon's moved, so now you gotta heal them, but the whole reason why your team is getting so weak and low is because you're not shooting the enemy. Same deal, you can shoot the enemy. You do not have to be pocketing your tank so hard there.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Damn. Wow. Big hold. Same deal, your team's full health, they don't need you. Shoot the enemy, shoot the enemy, shoot the enemy. Nice. Good, good, good. This is the most I've seen you shoot an enemy, and look how hard you're winning. Look how hard you're winning because you're shooting the enemy. You need to do that more. And I think you identify that you need to do that more. It's just like, maybe I think it's just confidence. You just don't feel confident in shooting the enemy so much. Like, even that Genji, try taking some shots at him. Maybe one of those would hit and he'd die. Nice. Nice, surely we win. Surely we win. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, in general, it looks to me like we are just not focused too hard on shooting the enemy so much. Especially if your team's full health, we need to be shooting the enemy. We also can remember that Juno is able to speed boost your team with the projectile, as well as with her with her hyper ring. So yeah, the hyper ring will give them a speed boost for 3 seconds, and then it looks like once they pass through the ring again, it will reset it to 3 seconds at a 50% move speed. Her gun does 72 damage at the base with a 21.6 max fall off for healing. So it does have min max fall off range is 25 to 35. So like here, this is like... So this is optimal distance for you to heal someone.
Return to Stardust.
And then this is like max distance for you to heal someone. So keep in mind like how far away from your team you can actually stand. And then not to mention, the hyper ring goes like... We're gonna wait for it. Probably goes like 10 meters, you know? So you can use it behind your team. It even goes even farther than 10. It goes like, what, 20 meters? Say how far it goes? Oh, 17.5 meters, yeah. So, like, you can use this pretty efficiently to pressure, you know, you can be healing, and then you can just hyper ring your team, and they can just get going, you know? Also, hyper ring without, you know, you can see that I get the speed lines on the side of my screen as well.
Let's increase our pace.
So I actually get the speed boost when I use my E as well, not just from the portal. The portal just resets it. But yeah, that's Juno. I think that is it for... Oh, just kidding. We got one more. Looking for advice on what I could have done better. Plat 3 loss. All right, KO. We'll give it a look since you are the newest member of the Dihon crew, I guess. But yeah, hope that's Juno. Hope it helps. Big thing is damage the enemy. I think you're in awkward positions, and that's what it is.
Ready for battle.
Lim. You're playing full dive here on Dorado, so this should go pretty strong. Instead of right-clicking and dashing, I would prefer you primary fire and dash. It's going to be a little bit more accurate in hitting those shuriken, and if you hit all three, it's going to make it confirming this kill a lot easier. Nice. Not necessarily proud of the dash out. Might have been better if you dashed out here, although hard to tell. You'd be full health, but you'd be fighting an echo. Probably just die here because you don't have abilities and nothing to do. We do climb up. Oh, nice, we're alive. Nice. A right click there is good because you're so close to them. Nice. Yeah, and here just looks like cleanup. A little bit of a slow pathing. I probably would have just tried to immediately go and pressure the enemy, but...
What can I say? I'm a team player. I will make use of this. I got the payload, don't worry.
Double.
Very cool, good. I'm surprised you guys actually seem to this goes so long. Did not be such a long match. I'd probably be looking to ult at some point here. Honestly, though, if they go these two, we probably should just not play Genji anymore. because they literally just swapped everyone that Genji would destroy to everyone Genji would not destroy. So you probably need to just honestly pop Blade. I probably would have popped Blade a little bit sooner than... Probably would have tried popping Blade, like... Yeah, probably here is when I would look to pop Blade. Just to, like, try and get something out. Maybe get a pick on these two players. And then I would immediately swap. Because, keep in mind, you and, Domina are the only two people that have ultimates. So you'd actually go pretty hard if you did Blade here, just because you'd be one of the first people with an ultimate, so they wouldn't have any ultimates to answer it. Even if you decided to use your Blade to slice up the Domino the entire time, so you at least trade tank. Now we're down 2, so the fight's lost. I'm surprised you didn't decide to use it to kill the Light Weaver. Okay, or not. Yeah, we're just not using ult. You probably should swap up the Genji, because they are just countering us hardcore. We're gonna run Genji into all of our counters. Not use our ultimate. Keep in mind that you and Domina got ult at the same time, and Domina's about to have her ult. Damage usually get their ult quicker than tanks, so you probably could have had 2 blades at this point, and you have chosen to hold on to your blades, so you're not, like, you could have had 2 blades, so we could have potentially won a fight at some point with a blade. Alright, now no blade. I'm not sure what you're saving ult for, though. Like, if you could tell me why you're saving ult, maybe I would understand. But... I don't understand. I like the deflection. We did get a kill on Brig with that. Very good. Now we're gonna pop ult. I can feel it. Now we're gonna pop ult. I can feel it. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something. Get in the shit. Your team got them all. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, why are we holding on to this ult so long, though? I have no idea either. I guess I was trying to find a moment. Yeah, well, there was a moment, like, I don't know, 3 fights ago. Probably every time I have said the ultimate voice line is probably when you could have popped ult. I guess we're gonna pop it here. Maybe. Oh! Okay, well. Yeah, the only issue there is they swapped off Domina to Hog. Maybe we didn't realize that, and that's why we got blown up. So, yeah, just unlucky. Feels bad.
We're in this together.
All right, cool. We're on Sojourn now. Could have done that like 2 hours ago, 2 hours. I meant like 5 minutes, 3 minutes ago.
Payload stalled.
Something.
Get on it.
I think I wish once you got the hog off of the soldier here, you needed to recognize that he has opened up this whole left-right gateway for you. So rather than you just take the moment to go this way, you should have taken the moment to go this way so you could pressure up here. Because where you're at down here, it just isn't going to be really good sightlines. And because you're on low ground, Hog easily can catch you, and you get it picked out again.
66. I want that payload moving. Stat. Sip for the punch. Clear out.
Same deal. Recognize that Hog is on low ground and go and try to duel up here. I know Bastion's in turret form right now, so maybe you have to wait it out, but it's still a better option than going low ground here. Okay, we walk straight into a road, into a hog ult. Okay, and then we frontline peek a hog. Punch! There's no way. The slide there was a little unnecessary. That's a deflecting Genji, or you should be glad you missed. Right when we do get back to the fight. This ends now!
Cooling down.
Ready for battle.
Wipe them off the payload. There's a lot of them. Be careful. Death is on your side.
Yeah, I think rather than get out here, the options were get out with a pick or get out. Because you're on defense, your life is more important than the Echo's life here. So rather than trying to get a pick here, you probably just need to do your best to get out, leave. Hopefully they overextend, and then you're in a safe place at least. If you die here, it makes the recontest even harder because you're not going to be there, and their Echo is probably going to be have a spawn quicker to the payload than you are.
The shadows cover.
Has reached objective.
personally think that you are frontline reapering too much, and we need to be more aggressive behind the back line. And pressuring the heck out of the Life Weaver and the heck out of the Ana. You playing on the front lines like this is giving Ana full authority to do whatever the heck she wants, and an Ana uncontested is able to win just about any game. So we need to shut down that Ana. They cap point here, which is unfortunate. There's no way you get caught in that because you decide to end Wraith early. There's no way. Also, if they cap point here, you should try and hold here as best you can, because this is all close quarters. The payload does not move in here. It is a lot easier for the enemy team to push through here because the defense won't have any cover than it is for offense to push through here because of how much cover the defense does have. And this is a big giant choke. So if you can, I probably would have stayed here contesting rather than running out there. And then this leaves perfect positioning for like a Death Blossom or something because of, again, how close quarters it is, how tiny it is, how much of a choke it is, and literally the payload doesn't move if you stand there. Same deal, we gotta find the support line, we gotta pressure them. Their DPS are pressuring the heck out of yours, so if you're not trading with their DPS on defending your supports, you have to be trading with their supports so that you have even traded backlines. Rather than what we're doing, which is just watching them beat the heck out of our supports, and us being defenseless because there's nothing, we're not doing anything to them. This Ana has yet to be shot at. We're shooting nothing but a Hog. Which I know you're on Reaper, so it's like Reaper is good against Hog, but the support line is what's going to be carrying their Hog. The support's gotta go. And I think because you're forgetting to pressure them, you did a lot better job on Genji. But because you failed to pressure them at all on Reaper, they just were able to stomp so hard with a 4-minute push time. Nice, good pressure, good kill. See, like, this is good. You need to do things like this on Reaper. Obviously, you can't do Genji plays on Reaper, but... Nice, nice, nice. We got the Irish Starfish, Hoggers. Yeah, kind of rough. You just had a limited amount of time, again, because you got rolled so hard on defense because you played Reaper. We're playing Soldier, same deals. Pressure the back line as best you can.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, there's the Ana. Yeah, we are okay. We got Ryan. That's good. I probably would have taken the time to position to high ground, but looks like we're lost. Yeah. Probably would have just gone to high ground, honestly. There we go. There we go. There we go. Big. We popped the stimmy, chat. Nice, good kill. Yeah, again, after you get that kill, you can't be here with everyone. You have to go up here to apply more pressure on this high ground where no one can get you. You'd be able to probably take out the Bastion here. You'd probably be able to take out a couple people. Now, then eventually it'd just be you and Farah against Reinhardt. Maybe you guys pressure the shield down hard enough to win that. But where you're at, you're unable to do any of that. Never mind, your team just goated, so it doesn't even matter.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way.
One would call this being fire.
Tracking could be better on Soldier. Where are we going? Where are we going? Really? We went from having a good angle on the back line and most pressure on the team to rotating down here and having just sight lines on a Reinhardt. Like just shooting a Rein shield. Pop the stimmy. Yeah. Honestly, the reason we lost this was because you played defense Reaper and you never pressured the back line. That is the sole reason why you lost this game. So like if you're gonna ever play Reaper, just pressure that back line more. Make it so the Ana is constantly crying, saying, "I have a Reaper in the back line." And if you do that, you'll probably end up winning like every single game, or at least most of them. Especially because the tank will get pissed off that they complain about a Reaper in the backline so much that they'll have to do something about it. And maybe that will make the tank throw. But yeah, definitely. I like that you swapped off the Genji on attack. I think you could have popped ult way earlier and swapped way earlier. And then on Reaper, yeah, I think you just need to pressure the backline more. Soldier was good for the most part. I think there were a couple options where you chose to go to terrible sight lines rather than better ones on the high ground. But yeah, hope that helps, chat. I think that is it for me. Thank you everyone for coming out to another Dhan stream every Monday. VOD reviews. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Have a good rest of your Monday, and I will see you guys all probably next week.